ChatGerry, Two Paths, One Spirit. Norman Jones and Gerald C. Shue with a shared pursuit of human survival. Number 1365, VMT Sharp 706, September 24, 2025. Gerald C. Shue, EclaireMD Foundation. Category, Methodology. Preface. Professor Norman Jones and Gerald C. Shue were separated by age, discipline, and geography, yet their life journeys reveal striking similarities. Jones spent 6 decades in engineering research, while Shue crossed engineering, AI, and medicine. What unites them is not subject matter but spirit, a belief that science and engineering exist to safeguard human life. Norman Jones, from slide rule to supercomputers. Jones began in the early 1960s, when research relied on slide rules, pencil sketches, and experiments with basic tools. Early computers were unreliable and slow, so young researchers had to think carefully before coding. This discipline shaped Jones's approach. Theory, experiment, and computation must always work together. Over time, he pioneered the study of structural impact and plasticity, how beams, plates, and shells deform permanently under sudden forces. His book Structural Impact became a cornerstone of engineering, teaching generations of engineers that plastic deformation could be harnessed to absorb energy and prevent catastrophic failure. Jones also witnessed the evolution of communication. In his early career, requesting a paper from abroad could take weeks. By the 2020s, instant downloads and online collaboration had changed everything. He warned, however, that rapid publication, without integration, could bury essential insights. His message to students was clear: do not lose sight of fundamentals in the flood of information. Gerald C. Shue, from high-tech to healthy. Shue began in applied mathematics in Taiwan, later studying engineering and AI at MIT under Jones and Professor Patrick Winston. After several entrepreneurial setbacks, he built a successful AI-based semiconductor IC chip design company in Silicon Valley. By 1995, he became the highest-ranking Asian American CEO on Wall Street. But years of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular events forced a turning point. Selling his business in 2002, Shue devoted himself to philanthropy and self-education in psychology and medicine. By 2010, facing multiple chronic conditions, he realized he could not rely on conventional medicine alone. He applied his training in mathematics, physics, and AI inward, using his own body as a laboratory. Since then, Shue has collected more than 4 million personal health data points, created an energy model of viscoplastic medicine theory, VMT, of chronic disease and mortality diseases, and published over 1,365 single-authored research papers. He shares his findings through conferences, journals, and YouTube channels, often simplifying complex models into accessible diagrams. His mission is to save lives by showing how lifestyle and energy balance can prevent chronic disease and reduce probability of mobility diseases. Shared spirit and legacy. Though one worked with steel materials and the other with blood vessels, both Jones and Shue follow the same logic: understand mechanisms, validate with data, and turn complexity into usable tools. Both rejected the false comfort of statistical averages, and instead focused on nonlinear, dynamic, and often irreversible systems. Both treated teaching as essential, believing survival depends on open knowledge rather than private insight. Most importantly, both devoted their lives to human survival. Jones protected lives in crashes and blasts. Shue aims to extend life through disease prevention and lifestyle management. Their journeys show that while tools change, from slide rules to AI, the first principles of science endure. The first principles of science here means seek mechanisms, validate with data, balance theory computation experiment, and apply universal physical truths like energy conservation, always with humility toward complexity. Disclaimer: this content is provided for educational reference only, and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C. Shue.